What? We're doing a video that's not a best of the year list? What? You're not going to leave for a year and then wait till next year to do another video? What? About 2 years ago, I did a video on this channel of my Blu-ray collection, and you can go check that out if you haven't seen it, where I just showed all my Blu-rays. But for this video, I've been thinking a lot lately about Criterions, and I am a huge fan of Criterions, the Criterion channel. Just what they do to preserve movies and give out physical copies of movies that are fantastic or unheard of, or even just really popular movies, especially of lately. And I just thought, why not show you guys all my Criterions that I have? It's a pretty small collection, but why not just show them? And to start this list off, 12 Angry Men. It doesn't come with much. It's an awesome cover, though. It has the 12 Angry Men on the cover, and it's very colorful, especially when it's a black and white movie. It's a good one, and it comes with this little booklet. It's probably one of the most accessible movies that anybody could watch, even if you're not like a big movie fan. There's always people that say like, oh, I can never watch old black and white movies. Like I don't know, they're boring. There's no way that you watch this movie and go, 12 Angry Men's boring. It's not. It's well paced, well written. The acting's amazing. They utilize such a small room with all these different camera shots, camera angles. Like, there's not a shot in the movie where it's like they've done this shot 1,000 times. Like, every shot feels so unique to the scene. So with this Criterion, I blind bought it. I bought it without ever seeing it. All that jazz. I bought this and it just kind of sat on my Blu-ray shelf for like a year maybe, and I just never watched it. And then one night I was just like, you know what? I'm finally gonna put this on. You know, I need a movie to watch. Let's watch this one. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. It has, without a doubt, one of my favorite endings ever. This one comes with a really awesome disc. It says it's showtime, folks, which is an important line in the movie. Comes with a booklet. Nothing too crazy on the inside. It's a really cool looking Criterion. I love the lights as the title card. Please watch it. I think it's on YouTube now for free. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube, so definitely check that out. Now, these movies I absolutely love. It's a trilogy of movies. I've talked about it before on my Blu-ray collection video, but I've never talked about it in depth. And we're talking about the Before trilogy. The Before trilogy, directed by Richard Linklater over several decades. They're all fantastic movies, and the fact that you get to grow with them and they age throughout the movie. It's a movie that you would think, like, especially with Before Sunrise, you would think that you don't really need a sequel, and then you watch the sequels and you're like, oh, like, that's just a perfect addition to the story. It's perfect in that way. I love the cover. So it's a little slip cover of the Before trilogy, which is cool, but the art on the Blu-rays is absolutely phenomenal, and they all have a color scheme, and just by the art itself, the color scheme really gets the movies how it feels like. You know, Before Midnight, it's a lot more sad than the others. It's a lot more tense, and you get that with like the cover. It's all blue. It feels very just more depressing than the other ones, and these ones are all bright and, you know, colorful, and, you know, it kind of just goes with their relationship. The color scheme really goes with their relationship throughout the films. I haven't seen these in a while, but I absolutely loved them when I watched them. I believe Before Sunrise was my favorite. They're all great, though. I have nothing bad to say about any of those movies. Now, here's one I haven't opened. Being John Malkovich. Being John Malkovich is a fantastic movie by one of my favorite writers / directors, Charlie Kaufman. I mean, he makes really absurd but very emotionally connecting movies. It feels like every movie I've seen of his, there's a deep connection I feel with a character, the story, or the themes. Like, there's just always something to really grasp when watching a Charlie Kaufman movie. And this one, I think, is again one of the more accessible ones of his filmography, and it's really fun. It's not directed by Charlie Kaufman, it's only written. This one's directed by Spike Jonze. You may have seen Another one of his movies like Adaptation or Her. He's a fantastic director, and he directs this movie very well. With the Criterion, at first, I was like, it's kind of boring. It's just an eye. And then you look in the middle, and it's the main character going into the little tunnel, which if you've seen the movie, makes a lot of sense, and it's really cool. I've never opened it. Let's see what's inside. I don't know. Open, you motherfucker. Come on. It's a standard Criterion Blu-ray. It comes with like a little booklet of being John Malkovich. It comes with like little scans of a brain. A lot of Criterions don't always come with like grand things. There's a couple that I have that are definitely more unique. But I just wanted to own this on Criterion. I would really like it if more of Charlie Coffin's movies were on the Criterion channel. I like this movie a lot, and yeah. My next Criterion. I've only seen this movie once, and I remember I gave it 5 stars, and I don't remember too much of the movie itself, but I do remember that there was just a certain quality to it that was fantastic, and that is Cold War. Cold War 2018 film, nominated for Best Foreign Language Film, now renamed Best International Film. I remember it being really fantastic, and I really wanted to own it. Oh man, this is awesome. Okay, this is an actually really cool Criterion. So on the inside, it comes with obviously a little booklet and the disc itself. What I love about the disc is it's a shot from the movie that I distinctly remember. It's when they're laying down in like a little field. I remember that part of the movie for sure. I remember there was a dance scene in that movie that I remember loving a lot, where she's like in a bar. I believe she's been drinking and she's just dancing. And just one thing I for sure remember is I love the cinematography for sure. There's a lot of shots that I vividly remember. The booklet is very freaking awesome. Oh my god. Now this movie I have opened. It's one of the best war movies I've ever seen, and it is Come and See. Come and See is absolutely insane. The level of just dedication from the cinematographers to the background actors to the main actor, who is a child in the movie, and he gives, without a doubt, not even one of the best child performances, one of the best performances I've ever seen. There is just so much this movie that I remember, again, very vividly. It's kind of scarring. It's kind of just dug into my brain, not in the most right way. Like, it's absolutely crazy how insane this movie is. Nothing crazy on the inside, nothing that I would write home about for sure. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, the booklets, I'm not a reader, so I don't always read the booklets. I definitely should. Maybe when I rewatch the movies, I'll start looking at the booklets. You know what? There's gonna be a couple of these Criterions that I own where I'll use this as an example. Sometimes Criterion picks a movie where the original artwork or poster is phenomenal, and they'll either use that as the cover art for the Criterion, and you're kind of like, well, why didn't you do something, different? Why didn't you try a different piece of artwork? And then with this one, it's not that it's bad, it's just that the original poster is so good that I'm sure it was difficult to recreate great cover art. But this isn't bad by any means. But this is a fantastic movie. I love it so much. I'm surprised I haven't opened this one. Roma. I love Alfonso Cuarón. He's one of my favorite directors. The dude made a Harry Potter movie that was genuinely fantastic. I like the Harry Potter movies a lot, but the third one, The Prisoner of Azkaban, felt like such a different level of artistry that, you could only get with a director like Cuarón, and this is an amazing movie. I remember watching this on Netflix for the first time when it came out for the Oscars, and I was rooting so heavily for it to win, and then it went to freaking Green Book of all things, and I was just so disappointed and upset. And Green Book's not a bad movie. I finally watched that not that long ago, but Best Picture is a stretch. There was The Favorite, there was Roma, and then that's honestly it, because that year I remember being a little disappointed in some of the Best Picture nominees. Oh my god, I'm so happy I'm opening this on camera. Holy shit. So again, see, this is another reason why I love Criterion, because, you know, with a regular Blu-ray, you'll get either the regular poster, which could be good or bad, or you'll get just the most boring artwork ever, where it's just like the main characters, like floating head type shit. So boring. But with Criterion, especially if you've seen the movies that you're buying, it's with context. They add context from the movies. So the slipcover is when she walks into the ocean. If you've seen the movie, you know what scene I'm talking about. And then the actual Criterion is the scene right after, when they're all holding each other after she saved the kids from the ocean. Oh my goodness, I love this. Oh my god. The inside is like a landscape shot of the film. Again, fantastic cinematography that won Best Cinematography that year, which definitely deserved it. Roma's a fantastic movie. I would love to rewatch it. It's one of those movies where it's quiet and slow, and a lot of people will definitely not gravitate towards that, but it's just a fantastic movie. Up next is one of the biggest surprises in terms of how much I love this movie, Alexander Payne's Election. I love this movie. It's so good. And I mean, this is the best cover. Her hand and the cupcake is just in your face, just like she is in the movie. That character is in your face, wants to win, and this is, I mean, I love it. The inside, oh man, see, I just love it so much. Tracy Flick for president. Sign up for tomorrow, today. Fantastic. And then the disc is the little pin she gives out to people. That way you can vote for her. And again, this movie is hilarious. The editing of this movie is some of my favorite in any movie. There are so many clear choices they make that just add to the comedy of the film. When they use a freeze frame, they don't pick like the most perfect frame to freeze on. They pick one where like the character's making a really dumb face, and it just adds to the comedy. It adds to the main character, Matthew Broderick, and his hatred for Tracy Flick. That was her name. I love this movie. It's so funny. And speaking of funny, but not very funny at all, Funny Games. 1997, I believe. This is the original Funny Games. I know they made an American remake with the same director. I haven't seen it. I really want to. I know that was what he originally wanted to do, was make an American movie, because this is definitely a movie targeted at Americans. The cover is fucking terrifying, because if you know the context of the movie, it's absolutely scary. It's a cool Criterion. Again, sometimes they don't have the best thing you're ever gonna see in your life when it comes to a Criterion, but I mean, the movie's good enough to just fucking, you know, who gives a shit. I will say one thing about Criterion that I don't like these paper things. I don't like that personally. So up next is a movie that I really admire, just from a technical standpoint. It's one, I would say it's up there with one of my favorites. It is Wes Anderson's The Grand Budapest Hotel. Very, very fantastic artwork. Oh man, look at that. This is fucking beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. Just incredible. I love when they do these things. I love when it's this detailed. Comes with booklets. Very cool booklets. This next one, another one I have not opened. It's a movie I for sure love, The Irishman. A lot of people have a lot to say about The Irishman, that it's it's one of his worst. That one scene where Robert De Niro's kicking looks stupid. It's a fucking fantastic movie. Like, I don't know what to tell you. 3 hours fly by with this movie. I mean, I love a movie that's long but doesn't feel long. There's movies that are short that feel long, and that's the fucking worst. And people are complaining about a Scorsese movie. The man is a legend and doesn't have to make another good movie again, but he still continues to do so. And to disrespect a movie like The Irishman is just fucking crazy. Oh man. Robert De Niro, very good artwork. I love it. Jimmy Hoffa. Oh, it's like a little triple one. Oh my god, look at that. The booklet is I Heard You Paint Houses, which I believe was supposed to be the title of the movie. You know, I appreciate a great title, like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I love that title. It adds to how great the movie is. And then there's great movies that have shitty titles, like The Father. The Father is a fantastic movie, but that title sucks. Give a title that's actually selling the theme or the story of the film, or even like the character, something. I love a good title. Some of these are not in alphabetical order. I do apologize. This next movie, also haven't opened this. I bought it after I watched it. I haven't rewatched it, but I remember it being a very, very good movie and having a fantastic ending. This is Lahine. I'm pretty sure it's Lahine. Fantastic movie, fantastic performances from the three main characters and anyone on board. The background is the main character pointing a gun. Very, very memorable shot of the movie. It comes with a great little booklet again. Oh, that's a good shot from the movie, actually. Now, this Criterion, not only is it one of my favorite movies, it's one of my favorite Criterion covers, and it is Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. This is such a good movie, and I'm so happy that I was able to buy this on Criterion, because the first time I ever saw the movie, I was lucky enough to watch it on its anniversary, and I saw it in theaters. No one else was in the movie theater. It was just me. This was such a great theater experience, and it was absolutely heartbreaking, at times funny, because the movie's funny and heartbreaking. It's just such a good movie. But the cover, my goodness, look at that artwork. Oh my god, Sal's Pizzeria with all of the classic characters of the movie. I mean, again, just more classic characters with beautiful artwork for the disc of freaking insane booklet. Look at that. Do the Right Thing. It comes with a director's journal of Spike Lee. That's freaking insane. So cool. So worth it. One of my favorite Criterions. This next Criterion I have opened, I have seen many times. Pan's Labyrinth. This is, I mean, look at that. Oh, the disc is a maze. Context of the movie, please watch it. I don't want to give it away. This movie I remember watching at like 14 years old for a class I had in high school, and I remember I think I missed a day and I got to take the Blu-ray that my teacher had home, and I watched it and I freaking loved it. The music, oh, the music is so good. I believe this movie won cinematography. Definitely good cinematography. I would need to see the other nominees to know if it was worth a win, but very good movie, very good artwork. This movie is one of the newer Criterion releases, at least in terms of the movie itself. Marriage Story. Marriage Story nominated for a lot of Oscars. Only won one, which was very upsetting. Definitely could have taken home something else. Best Actor, Adam Driver over Joaquin Phoenix. This is a fucking fantastic Criterion. You look at that, you're like, look at this happy family marriage. This is probably a happy movie. It's not. It's depressing. And then you open it, great shots of the two main characters. And again, I love this because this Criterion adds to the themes and the points of the movie. You have the main characters, a little trifold of the main characters, and when you open the trifold, who's in the middle? The kid. Literally like how he feels in the movie. He's in the middle of his parents in a divorce. So what's so great about this Criterion is it comes with the letters of the main characters. It says right here, Nicole. This is Nicole's letter. You take it out, it's a picture of Nicole. Charlie, says Charlie right there. You take his letter out, bam, Charlie right there. It adds so much. You really feel like you spent your money well when buying this particular Criterion. I adore it. I love it. It's so freaking cool. This next Criterion, I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. The slip cover is better than the actual cover of the Criterion. It's Parasite. I believe the cover, the slip cover, I mean, is Morse code for Parasite. And then you take it out and it is the poster from the movie, which is fine. I get it. It's a great poster. I love the Parasite poster. I remember it being a big factor in why I wanted to watch it. It was just like this, you know, you see a body right there. They have the black bars in their eyes. You're wondering, what is this movie about? I remember when Parasite came out and I thought it would be a horror movie about an actual parasite. And then when you learn about what parasite means to the context of the movie, it is such a fucking great thing. It's like a layout of the house. That's the inside cover. You get to layout of the house. The discs have really cool pictures of the rock that they get as a gift from one of their friends. It's a Cool Criterion. I definitely had to own this. I love this movie. This one I haven't opened. I've only seen this movie once, but it absolutely traumatized me. The Piano Teacher. You have a choice when making a Criterion. You can either make great artwork or just put the already existing great poster that they have. I love this poster for The Piano Teacher. I don't know what they could have done other than doing the regular poster. It is a little upsetting that a movie this great doesn't have like super cool artwork, but again, that's a great poster and a great still from the movie. I love when movies use stills as a poster. Like, that's such a cool way to like market the movie. I love that the disc is of the main character, I believe, playing the piano. With a movie called The Piano Teacher and the cover being that, you wouldn't expect it to be so fucking traumatizing, but it is. This next movie is one of my favorite movies ever. I've only seen it twice, and that's how good the movie is. I remember the first time I watched it, it was, I think, a week before the pandemic hit, like when the pandemic really hit and they closed down theaters. I got to see this twice, and I'm so happy I did, because that second viewing just really finalized this as like, yep, this is a banger and one of my favorite movies of all time. Portrait of a Lady on Fire, with amazing artwork. Again, another example of an already great existing poster, and then they have fantastic artwork that's different from the original poster of the movie. That's beautiful. This is beautiful artwork. Oh my God, of course. Look at that. The pamphlet is of the actual painting of the movie, of which the title comes into fruition. You know, the movie doesn't have to have all these perks. It doesn't have to have, it's not like Marriage Story where it has to come with stuff like the letters from the movie. Obviously, that's an awesome perk, but sometimes simple is perfect. This is a great Criterion to have. This next Criterion is one I use as an example of Adam Sandler being a fantastic actor. Punch Drunk Love, fantastic love story, fantastic performances. Adam Sandler is absolutely incredible. I love the cover. It's simple, but it's a great still from the movie. You could look at that and go, that's not great, but I remember it, you know, the movie utilizing colors a lot in the movie, and that's a pretty cool disc in terms of the color usage. He's always wearing a blue suit, so I understand why it'd be blue. You know, the amount of times I've seen this movie, you'd think I'd open it by now, and that is The Silence of the Lambs. It's the last movie that won the Big Five: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Screenplay, and deserved all of it. I was kind of hoping for stills, not gonna lie. But, you know, again, artwork is always very, very welcome. Very visually striking. Some like it hot. I love this movie. It was hilarious. It's timeless and surprisingly ahead of its time. It's a nice cover of the two main characters. Probably not my favorite Criterion that I own, but I love the movie, so gotta rewatch it too. My final Criterion that I own, and it's one of my favorite movies. I'm so happy I get to talk about it last. Y Tu Mamá También. It's a huge Criterion. I love when they take these, you know, small movies and they make it this nice, big, chunky Criterion. It just feels so much more important. I love the cover, them at the beach. You take it out of its slipcover and look at that. A fantastic, beautiful, iconic still of the movie from probably arguably the best scene of the movie. Fantastic still. It has beautiful landscape pictures of Mexico. The discs have nice stills on it as well. It's just what I love about Criterion. Sometimes you buy one and you look at it and you realize, oh, they love this movie, and that you feel the love of the movie through the artwork, through the time they put into making it. Some of them, you know, are kind of hit or miss. And a lot of the ones that I own, especially the ones that I consider some of my favorite movies, have fantastic artwork, and I just love them so much. That was my Criterion collection. I really hope you liked this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you for supporting. Hit subscribe if you want to watch my other videos. I hope to see you guys soon. Take care.